Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to It's the United Way. Malacia deal agreed. Frankie de Jong, pretty very close to coming to Manchester United. Just before we get stuck into this video, please like, comment, hit that big red subscribe button. We're only 4 away from 400 subscribers. Who would have thought that? We didn't expect to make it to near that mark before the season starts. So that's our kind of target on this channel. Please make us hit 400 subs, share around to all your friends and families, uh, and yeah, we will get stuck into the deal. So, literally, most of this news has came out in the last not even half an hour, I'd say. Um, Things are looking good. Sorry if I'm lagging every now and again. My connection's not the best, so bear with me a sec. So yeah, I mean, listen, we'll we'll talk briefly about Frankie de Jong. Um, Things are looking close. Like, I mean, listen, I did say a while ago, and I know people's gonna hit this back at me. You said this, you said that, you said you didn't want Frankie de Jong. I'm happy we're getting de Jong. I think the Bulls has kind of went out of the deal very much, but there's no harm in getting excited over the Frankie de Jong deal. And I suppose every fan has a right with their opinion. And I did say his price was a bit much. His price was a bit much. Like, you can't say that his price isn't. But I mean, there's a lot of news I have here about Frankie de Jong, and most of the news is all the news today. By all means, has not been depressing. It's not news that will get your hopes up and then crash them, because Manchester United, we know Manchester United. They have a thing of beauty of doing things like that. But no, it's looking all good for Manchester United in this transfer window. It's like we're starting to be that club again, if you want to say that we're finally signing players. Well, listen, I suppose it's not easy. Manchester United have never signed players in a few months, a few days rather. We've always took weeks upon weeks. And listen, here's a bit of news. Fabrizio Romano has come out and said it. He he has said Manchester United are getting closer to agreeing a fee with Barcelona for Frankie de Jong for 65 million euros plus add-ons. Full package will be around 85 million euros, and new talks will take place today / this week. Now, that's came out earlier on. Since then, further news has came out. Like, a lot of further news has came out since then, and listen, a lot of teams are interested in getting Frankie de Jong. Oh, not Frankie de Jong. Yeah, Frankie de Jong. But I think if you look at the likes of Liverpool, City, they're not really. I think they're comfortable around that area. So thank you, Liverpool and City, if you are interested in buying him. Thank you for letting us have a chance, because I had that good feeling that Manchester United, would have lost out. Now listen, we didn't. Luckily enough, thank God. I can't complain. And I suppose Manchester United around this time as well, pressure's on. Manchester United start training yesterday. They were training earlier on this morning as well. So things are looking very promising. And listen, that it's there's no harm in getting excited. This is more about Malacia. I was gonna call it Double Dutch, but I can see us saving that for a further stream. So this is the one I have really want to get in. Just making sure I don't have any further Frankie de Jong havoc. So now, here's the big news. Breaking: Manchester United have sealed a £14 million deal to Lanfear defender Tyrell Malacia. As you know, Leon were actually interested in, I think they agreed, and Manchester United just seem to seal a £14 million deal to land Feyenoord defender Tyrell Malacia. Now, it's not legit, by the way. It's up to Malacia basically Malacia just had to say yes or no, and the deal is there. I mean, don't worry, the thumbnail is Malacia close to joining United or something like that. So no, listen, we're fine. I'm confident that Manchester United are going to do well. I'm very fond of Malacia. Ever since I first heard of him, I watched him. Seems like a good player a good player. He's young, and there's more news, by the way, about Malacia. Like literally, while I'm talking to you all now, we're getting a lot of news about. We've been getting a lot of news about Malacia. But I just want to talk about Malacia first. And listen, I'm looking forward to this deal being completed. It's the basics of it, innit? I mean, Manchester United could have lost out on this player, and I thought we were going to lose out on Malacia. I also thought that we wouldn't have gotten De Jong, but our first signing of the season seems to be Malacia. I mean, I'm glad we're getting Malacia. I didn't expect him to be our first signing of the season, but there you have it. He is our first signing of the season, and I'm happy with that. So, what else do we have up here now? Yeah, so I actually didn't expect him to be our first signing of the season. I expected it to be De Jong, but there you have it. But I mean, it's good that we're getting Malacia. I know I keep sounding like a broken record, but it's a good thing that we're getting him, and I didn't expect that we would have gotten Malacia. It's not confirmed. Talks are still ongoing. But yeah. And I mean, more news now about Malacia. Manchester United by 15 million euros fixed to Feyenoord for Tor Malacia in instalments over the next 3 seasons, potentially with a further 2 million euros in bonuses. So yeah, I mean, a lot of I'm literally the news I'm reading. We're getting comments saying, am I dreaming? No, this is true. We're gonna be getting looks to be our first signing of the season in Malacia. He's Dutch, so him and Frankie De Jong will be more like the double Dutch. We can say who double Dutch. They both play in the same national team. Ten Hag is Dutch, so how good can this get? And listen, I'm happy because he's a first signing. A lot of people are just like, yeah, we gone. Now let's get De Jong in, let's get a defender in, let's get Anthony in, let's get Torres in, let's get Yuri Tielemans who are looking to get in. But I think with Manchester United, it's never that easy getting a football player. Jesus Christ, how long did it take us to actually agree a fee for Frankie De Jong? I mean, as far as I know, it took us a while, about a month. The news came out a month ago. A month later, more than a month later, I think, we have looks to be our main man. I mean, Leon had actually been negotiating for him. Just looking at news here, Leon had been negotiating for Malacia and indicated they were prepared to pay 13 million euros upfront with 2 million euros in add-ons. But Man United have come in at the last minute with a higher offer. So Manchester United came in with 2 million more. And we're getting Malacia. I mean, I think the last deal we hijacked Jesus Christ. When Ronaldo was supposedly close to joining when Ronaldo was supposedly close to joining Man City last season, I think that would you call it a hijack? Would you really call it a hijack? Personally, me, I would call this deal a hijack. Look, it's Lyon at the end of the day, so we're a bigger. Man United's a bigger club than Lyon, more history than Lyon, more everything than Lyon, and I mean, I can't complain if we manage to do get so and so. But yeah, I mean, if this was Manchester United trying to hijack a deal, and it was Liverpool looking for him, City, Chelsea, Barcelona, Real Madrid, a top team. Okay, I don't think you would have got him. I reckon it would have been confirmed. I don't think I'd be sitting here happy that we've got to get him Malacia. And yeah, there's more news as well about him. This came out. Okay, so Man United Football Club agreement with Feyenoord left back Toro Malacia understood to be 15 million plus 2 million add-ons plus sell-on clause. Lyon were offering 30 million euros plus 2 million euro add-ons. Now you just need to agree on personal terms. Next, I think that was from David Ornstein. A lot of people are a big fan of David Ornstein. So I mean, listen, we be live. I mean, I'll be live about 12 tomorrow morning. So to do a little morning show to cover it all up. So it's going to be an exciting, hopefully exciting hours, days, weeks, months ahead. Because we haven't had that much excitement in the last couple of weeks. Arsenal have City, Tottenham, Liverpool. We're doing well. And, I suppose, I know, I know, I don't look happy, but I'm actually really happy that they're getting Malacia. It's just the news that's been going around for so long. So you'd understand why. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, like, Fabrizio Romano, like, he's putting up emojis, just emojis, related to United news. So that goes to tell you that Malacia's in the bag. Malacia's our man. And I'm glad, I really, really am glad. Because I can't think of anything else. Like Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, the last few weeks, we've been getting comments on our Twitters, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. Is this reliable? Stop posting the shit news. Stop posting this news. We're getting all these journalists that are just all of a sudden coming out that none of us know about. But he's there. We have these. Well, we don't be the biggest fan channel as of yet. We're the best. But we have journalists as well that we can run to. We have German sources, English. We have our own reliable, but then we work with the rest of them as well. And I mean, I always get private messages as well. People asking me on my personal Instagram, what's the story with De Jong? What's the story with Anthony or Jurgen Timber, Daniel Bachmann? When we were interested in getting him, now we're not. Now we're moved away from Daniel Bachmann. Luckily enough, because I think getting him would be a waste of money. But that's what I've been getting them. You get private messages on the Instagram site. What's going on? Because people are worried. People are worried about these deals, and people think that we could have a very, very bad transfer window, and that doesn't seem to be. We look to be getting good players, and what you expect from Manchester United. They're always going to worry us. They're always going to give us mini heart attacks. They're always going to give us this. They're always going to give us that. It literally is the United way. The way Manchester United do transfer deals, it is the United way. If we had maybe Ralph Rangnick if he didn't leave, or I don't know. If we had stop there, Ralph Rangnick. If we had Ralph Rangnick and gold owners, I reckon the Young deal would have been done 2 weeks ago, less, more. It would have been done. Malacia, I don't think there'd be any hijack deal because we would have got him first. So we're doing well with ourselves. But listen, we could have did better, with the Glazers. That's us fans are desperate. That's the reason why I'm saying that we're happy that we're finally getting players. Now, as I said about the De Jong deal at the start, it's a bit, the excitement's kind of went off the De Jong news. The excitement's went off this De Jong news. We've got him. He's our man. But the excitement has just kind of went downhill. And listen, it's havoc news. But all we have to wait for now is, and I mean, Jesus Christ, if it happens, it'd be great. Expect us to be live if any De Jong news goes true. It could be at 1:00 in the morning. You see my face talking shit because we're gonna start doing that now. We're gonna do we're gonna do 12:00. We're gonna do 12:00 shows. So it's good. We're giving you all that special content, and it's good to see. And while we're on there, we're also gonna do a little bit of a transfer roundup as well. Instead of doing pre-recorded, it'd be a morning show / transfer roundup. But yeah, listen, as I said, we're waiting for Fabrizio Romano to do his little say, and then have in the middle of there, Toro Malacia to Manchester United, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Alongside the Frankie de Jong deal as well. But we have to wait for you have to wait for that to come through, and then we'll talk about the rest. But we are just before we head off, by the way, Ten Hag is interested. He'd like to get Yuri Tillemans. He'd like to get Jesus Christ. He'd also like to get Timber. Serge Gnabry's a player thrown in there as well. But listen, Fabrizio, you know what to do. Do it. And before we do go, the Barcelona source has also came out and said this: we are close to completing the operation of Frankie de Jong Manchester United Football Club, but it will be a miracle if you do it in 2 days. It'll be a miracle if you do it in 2 hours. But this week is going to be the week that I think de Jong will be our man. And, Barcelona can't do anything about that once he's our man. Listen, I can already see all the rival fans. It's going to be a flop. Blah, 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 blah. Personally, I don't care what they think about Frankie de Jong. I mean, Jesus Christ, I think we deserve some sort. The fans deserve a player. We're getting a player, Malacia. De Jong, we're getting De Jong. By the way, don't expect, De Jong is our man. He's our man. He's either going to say no out of nowhere, which Jesus Christ, that'd be crazy if he did come out and say no. But that just goes to show how close the deal is. That there's no room for error or breakdowns or anything like that. And I mean, we will again, as I said, if Manchester United do come out. Oh wait, Fabrizio Romano. No, that's fine. That was a few minutes ago. We'll click into it anyway, see what Fabrizio said. Is it going to be Malacia? No, basically what he said is agreement between Manchester United and Feyenoord for Toro Malacia. Now waiting for a player decision. 15 million euros plus 2 million euros add-ons. He's the same age as a Frankie de Jong deal with Barca, but that deal progressing well. And West Ham tried to hijack the deal too. So, yeah. Too good to be true. But, Malacia seems to be our man. If there's any here we go crazy news in the remaining hours / days, minutes, expect us to be live, covering you all about that one as well. Now we have more news as well before we go. I want to read every bit of news out to you before we head on. And that news seems to be Barcelona Uh, Delicate financial situation weakened their hand in negotiations. When Man United Football Club football director John Morta adamant he would overpay a deal for Frankie de Jong. So yeah. So yeah. Just to read on to that, sorry for that interruption. Barcelona's delicate financial situation weakened their hand in negotiations, and Man United football director John Morta adamant he would not overpay for Frankie de Jong. A significant hurdle has been passed on, agreeing an initial fee. James Allen Robson is our man for that as well. Trying to get more news before we head on. I don't want to leave you cliffhanger. Just want to see. Frankie de Jong has not given. Oh yeah, we're not going to believe that. I wouldn't believe the source, to be brutally honest with you. So, Feyenoord Sporting Director Frank Arneson and Man United's Tyrell Malacia did. The deal is there. We're now waiting for Tyrell Malacia. If he says yes, then his transfer to Manchester United is imminent. So yeah, Frankie de Jong. Oh, Frankie, why do you keep talking about Frankie de Jong? Frankie de Jong seems we're getting de Jong. Malacia, I honestly waking up this morning, I didn't expect Malacia to be signed before, but it seems to be 17 million that we're paying for him. I think that's including the add-ons and slash release clause and all that. So yeah, 70 million ain't bad, and we're getting de Jong as well, which I think is a bargain of the highest order. To be honest with you, I mean, Jesus Christ, you don't expect deals to be that easy. Who thought Manchester United could? Who thought Manchester United could sign players? Who really thought Manchester United could sign players that quick? But yeah, luckily enough, we have Malacia. Ian, I can't see the deal breaking down. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this live stream. Live tomorrow morning, doing a little show for you at about 12 or 1, maybe 2 o'clock. I'll keep you updated. Check out our Twitter /Instagram /Facebook for all the latest Manchester United news and transfer rumours. See you in a bit.